Hi, in this video I'll be sharing with you how you can combine the relative strength index and the moving average 3 exponential for your effective trade entry confirmation. This is the setting of the RSI, the period is 14, and of course here are the levels. This should be invisible. If your background is white, change this to white. If your background is black, change that color to black. Then we have our moving average. The period is 3, shift is 0. The method is exponential. Now the disadvantage of this blue moving average, as you can see, is that it won't give you the disadvantage of this is you won't get certain confirmations such as divergence. So this is the moving average exponential 3 such as divergence. So it won't give you divergence, but in the subsequent video I will show you how you can take advantage of that. Then another limitation is that this is not traded in isolation. What do I mean? It simply means that because this moving average is at 90 level, you don't just sell, and because it is at 20 level or below, you don't just buy. So you need additional confirmation of either to sell or to buy, and that is exactly what I'll be explaining for you in this video. So what other confirmation do you need? First, you have to know the trend of the market. So looking at our chart, you can easily tell when price is in a downtrend or an uptrend. If you look at this movement, looking at the numbers of bearish candle, which are the red candle, as against the blue candle, shows you the momentum of who is in control of the market. So obviously, even if you don't know much about price, looking at this alone should be able to tell you a lot about price movement. Having established that, let's look at this. Now price is at what? Price, in this scenario, price is at the level of 90, and this is the price on the chart. So what do? You look towards your left. You need to identify what zone. So when we look at this carefully, we realize that this is a resistance zone from this particular point, and also this is an order block. So you can see that resistance zone, so which means that price is in a resistance zone, and then this got to this point. So it means that we are not trading in isolation. Price in our resistance and price is here. So how do we make an entry? We need a candlestick confirmation to make this entry. So when we get this bearish movement, we had our sell entry there. Our stop loss is going to be here, and they will be patient enough for this moving average to cross, to curve. Let it curve to the downside, just as you are seeing. Let it curve, and then you can see it at the level of 80, and then you can see how it pulled all the way to the downside. You can see how far. The same reason you make your entry is the same reason you should exit the market, right? So you exit, and if you look at this point, this is our support zone. This is our support zone, and of course you can see what happened. Price does what? Price break through the support, which is more or less like taking liquidity. It return inside, and look at this. Price return inside, we test it. So when you get this bearish rejection, That should be your buy entry, and then here would have been your take profit. And again, price pull back to 20 zone. Look at what we are saying now. Price return to 20 zone, 20 here, and that zone is our support zone. Do you see that? That's our support zone. We have this confirmation, so that is where we should have buy from. That bought from that particular zone. Then you see that curve from that 20, and you can see that pullback. Let's look at 15 minutes. You see very sharp, and it's a pull all the way to the upside, strictly price action, and our focus is on this zone. This is a resistance zone. It's a resistance zone. So once this price approach this zone, you should be able to stop selling. Now in the subsequent video, I'll be showing you the continuation pattern using this level of 50. This 50 is for continuation trade entry, and that is what I'll be sharing with you in the subsequent video. This is highly effective. This is how you can buy low and sell high using the RSI and the moving average indicator. If you have learned something new, do not forget to give this video a like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to get notified when we upload our next video. You can see in this scenario, you can see exactly what is happening as far as this trade is concerned. You can see that here, this is not a support zone. There's no support zone here. So price keep pushing to the downside. You are not just buying because price is here. You need a point of interest. So let's look for support zone. For this to be valid, we are looking at this zone. So you can see that we are looking at this zone. This is the support zone we are having. So price should come into this support before we can think of buying to the upside. Otherwise, come to 15-minute time frame. Beautifully well. Every opportunity you get, you sell from here. If it pull back again to this point, you sell again all the way here. That is how you continue taking advantage of this until you get into that zone. So this is how perfect it works. Thank you, and see you in the subsequent video.